Good evening. Today is the 21st of June 2025, and I just received news that the United States has bombed Iran, has attacked Iran, an independent sovereign nation and a member of the United Nations. Now, such an attack, it should be noted, first of all, is considered the supreme crime, the crime of aggression, under the UN Charter. So the United States has just committed a very serious violation of the United Nations Charter. And I would also note that there was no debate in Congress, no approval from Congress. This was a decision made by President Trump on his own with his coterie of advisors. So I think we should reflect on, there are two considerations I think we should reflect on. And the first is this: given that I'm here in Canada and I live in this country, the first consideration I would bring to your attention is the Canadian government itself. Watch the Canadian government in the next day or two and listen to the Prime Minister and his ministers, in particular the Minister of Defense and the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Now, again, I repeat, the United States has just committed the supreme crime under the UN Charter. And I guarantee you right here and now that the Prime Minister will not in any way at all condemn the bombing of Iran by the United States. It will never be condemned. It will not be condemned by his Minister of Defense, nor by his Minister of Foreign Affairs. So, in other words, the United States has committed this very serious crime, and Canada, and for that matter, Western Europe, France, Great Britain, Germany, Holland, and the rest of them, they will all do what Canada does. They will dance and dance and dance, but never get to the point of being truthful, being honest, being courageous, and having the simple nerve to look at the United States and declare in direct English that this is unacceptable, unlawful, and a complete and direct violation of the UN Charter. Beyond that, of the values that we're supposed to cherish as Canadians, right? Or as Westerners. We always go on about how wonderful Western values are, how enlightened we are, how advanced we are. Look at our technology. Look at our science. We're so advanced. And yet, if you look at how we behave in the world, we're not all that far above the Neanderthals, to be honest. And it will be one huge parade of hypocrites. Now, let's look at another consideration. Why is the United States involved? Why is it bombing Iran? To protect Israel, an ethnocratic apartheid state that has invaded just about every single one of its neighbors. It has destroyed large parts of Lebanon. It has destroyed significant parts of Syria. It has bombed Yemen. It has bombed just about every country in the region. Lebanon, in particular, has been destroyed, large parts of it, by Israel. And yet, our politicians, all they can say, all they ever say, is Israel has the right to defend itself, which, if you strip the rhetoric from that statement, what it gives the Israelis is an absolute right to kill. It is a license to annihilate their enemies. And in the West here, with all of our values, and remember, Mark Carney is Mr. Values. Our values are so important to us that we won't bring any of them to bear on this question. Now, we'll hide in the shadows. We'll treasure silence. And then, as soon as one of our official enemies does something of this kind, we'll stand up and cite all of the values and how important our values are. And oh my God, our values. It's astounding to me. The hypocrisy is limitless. So I just wanted to share this thought with the audience because I think we're in for yet another long crisis, a crisis that will end up killing thousands and thousands and thousands of people for no reason at all. And again, it's a complete and utter crime. And I'm not saying that. Read the UN Charter. That's all you have to do. It is very clear that aggression is a supreme crime against the Charter of the United Nations. So the United States and its Western supporters are now standing behind Israel to the point where they are willing to commit the supreme crime under the UN Charter. Anything for Israel. And this is all based on a fundamental confusion, in my opinion, between Judaism, a religion with a very long tradition and an awful lot of diversity inside it, by the way, and Zionism, which is a very narrow ideological, political position and has nothing to do with the values of the Jewish tradition. That's what we're now defending. We're defending Zionists who look, for example, at the people of Gaza as subhuman. There are numerous leaders in the current government in Israel that have referred to Palestinians as animals, subhuman, suggesting they should be wiped out in toto. All of this. And we're supporting them? These are the people we're supporting? And we're going to dance around the crimes they commit? I was appalled at G7. I was appalled by the statement at G7. G7 said Iran is the territorial source of terrorism, and I don't remember the exact wording. You can look it up. But it was in essence that. Who's the big problem in the Middle East? Oh, Iran. Iran hasn't invaded one of its neighbors in 250 years. It was invaded by Iraq in the, I want to say, early 2000s. And guess who supported Iraq in its war on Iran? Guess who gave Iraq chemical weapons to use on Iranian soldiers? Well, of course, that beacon of democracy, the United States of America, in whose shadow we hide. And we hide from what? Our own values. This is it's not only deplorable, it's disgusting. And watch our Prime Minister, I'm telling you. If you have any sense of propriety, you should be able to listen to the Prime Minister and think, the man is either lying outright or his values are so distorted, he can't see how nefarious his own actions in the world are. He will support this. And he will support it by failing to condemn it. It's as if someone took your brother or sister and slit his or her throat right in front of you, and you said nothing at all. Nothing. What do you think that would say about you, right? What would people say? Wouldn't they say, oh my God, why didn't you do something? Why didn't you act?